Hi guys, what is going on? My name is Tamara Abrosimova. I'm an actor, writer, and entrepreneur, and here's some fun facts about my recently published book. Diary of Roxanne, Temporis, and Promiscuous Time Traveler is about a time traveler, and yes, she might be promiscuous, but it's because she's hopeless romantic. She's a scientist and she saves people's lives throughout the universe. The first story is about this guy, Oscar, who was based actually on Oscar Isaac. And this story involves magic, it involves dragons, there's wizards, there's Harry Potter reference. Without Harry Potter, sorry. And there's vampires, actually. Yeah, so pretty fun magical things. Second story is inspired by the British TV show called Red Dwarf. It started in 1989 and it still is going on. It's one of my comfort shows and I watch it whenever I feel depressed, bored, sad, heartbroken. It's really great show and I think it's very underrated here in America. Americans tried to make Red Dwarf, but it sucked because the British version is so much better. And Roxy travels to pretty much the show's universe and has lots of adventures. And there's also some romance. Story number 3. It was inspired by Avatar and adventure films like Lara Croft, Indiana Jones, The Librarian, and Uncharted, the game Uncharted. It's like she swings from like vines, she runs from aliens, you know, fun stuff like that. And the main character was inspired by the actor Clive Owen. Fourth adventure. It was inspired by the TV series called Prison Break. And Roxy, she has to escape from the prison so she can save someone else's life. It's a pretty interesting story. Pretty interesting. Fifth adventure. It will shed a few tears. I don't want to spoil it, but the main character was inspired by the actor Anton Yelchin. And this story is about romance, it's about friendship, and it's about being a rebel. And I thought a lot about my high school when I was writing the story, and this story is set in London. The sixth adventure is set in 16th century Florence. So Roxy, she has a very hard time from, dealing with some things from her previous adventure. And this time, instead of her saving somebody, someone else has to save her. In the next adventure, Roxy meets Dr. Sam Beckett and his friend Al. And this story is inspired by Quantum Leap, the original one, and with two amazing cast members, Scott Bakula and Dean Stockwell. It is set in the 50s and she has to play a little bit of a detective, but there's also romance and there are some spicy scenes. In the next adventure, Roxy travels to post-apocalyptic zombie world. And this story was inspired by the show like Walking Dead, and the main character was inspired by Negan, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. There's a bunch of zombies in this story, okay? There's also she has to save a lot of people, and she might... I don't want to spoil it. You just have to read it. In the next story, Roxy finally settles down, has a kid and a husband, and the whole story was inspired by this German castle. Doesn't it look lovely? It really does. In the next adventure, Roxy meets Dr. Sam again, which never happens during her adventures. It's a very rare coincidence that she does, and she meets him for a purpose. And it's all wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff. There's a lot of time traveling, and he's a time traveler, she's a time traveler. Lots of time traveling romance, and just read it. Just read it. Pirates! Who does not like pirates? Roxy is a pirate in this adventure, and she's stuck in a love triangle. Both physically and emotionally. So there's romance in it, yeah. And pirates and treasures and lots of other cool stuff. And in the last adventure, Roxy is in steampunk world. And the main character was inspired by amazing actor Lee Pace. Roxy finally found the one she was looking for all her life, and they have to go to war. They have to save someone from Roxy's past. And those were all the fun facts about my book that are fun to know. You can find my book on Barnes & Noble website. You can also find it on Doran's publishing website, and you can find it on my website, which is much cheaper because it's much cheaper. It's only like 35 bucks. And yeah, it's an amazing book, and I'm not just saying that, I've been told that, and I really hope you enjoy the book that I have been writing since 2014, so like 9 years. Yeah, I really hope you enjoy it, and you can go to this website and check it out. And the ebook is available as well. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Tamara Abrosimova. Click like, click subscribe, and yeah, press notifications to get notified. Ciao!